Welcome back from spring break. Here we are online. I'm at my house right now. A lot of snowy weather outside. Got a fire going over here. And a cat on the piano stand. This is Bartleby. And he would prefer not to have to meet online right now. However, here we are. And we're going to be doing our very best to conduct class as normally as possible during this time period. I'd like all of you to start off by answering the attendance question. Where are you right now? I've shown you where I am, and considering that we'll be meeting online for the rest of the semester, I just thought it might be fun to start off with a visual of where all of us are in the world at the moment. After that, I'd like you to move on to the handout I've attached on the literature review. I was going over the literature review in class as we were wrapping up last week, and if you don't remember, I want you to keep in mind that a literature review ought to be putting various sources in conversation with each other. A lot of the time I think that as we outline the background information of what's already known about a topic, it gets a little too easy to mention only one source at a time. And so instead, I'd like you to, mention 1, 2, 3 sources and put them all in one paragraph. And, maybe some of those sources actually wind up going along with some of the ideas that you have in other paragraphs as you move on throughout the literature review. Now, once again, the literature review is where you're going to be putting some of your outside quotes in this paper, but as your group project continues, you will still need to be including outside quotes as you come to a solution to the problem that your group has identified. The literature review section is where you're really outlining what's already been written about the issue. On one hand, this is to make sure that you don't write about something that's already been answered distinctly, and also so that you can help develop your own question over time in case you're still a little on the fence about your research question. Speaking of which, that would be a great thing to touch in with your group on as soon as you can. Make sure to ask each other how you feel about the research question. Is it specific enough? Is it an ethics-based question, or can you really find some sort of research-based answer for what you've come up with? Those would be 2 great things to discuss with your group as soon as you can. There will be more questions for how the group project is coming along for you in the third part of today. That'll be our activity section, and while it's fairly short, I would like you to answer the 5 questions that I have posted about how your group project is going so far and any changes that might need to be made. Finally, I have one last question for you in our reflection for today. Just like we've done attendance questions, now that we're online, I'm going to be adding a short reflection section each day that we meet. The reflection for today is just to let me know anything that I ought to keep in mind as we're making this transition to online. Will you have online access consistently? That's my main concern that I'd really like you to bring up. And is there anything else that I can do to be most available to you? Now, once again, even though this is not an ideal transition, I want to be as easy to contact as I was before earlier this semester. So always feel free to text or call me, email, and anytime during daylight hours, right about, 9 to 5, I will be in contact with you during any weekdays while all of this is going on. So please don't hesitate to check in if you have any questions. As long as it's Monday, March 23rd or on, I ought to be easy to contact for you. In the meantime, take care out there. Thanks so much for putting up with all of this, and I will be seeing you again for our next class on Wednesday, March 25th. Take care. Bye.